The coronavirus is here in the Panhandle, with a second case confirmed yesterday in Kimball County. We have the latest updates and what you need to know now that Governor Pete Ricketts has ordered a directed health measure for the entire Nebraska Panhandle. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, it's been a busy 24 hours for local health officials. That's a lot of information regarding the first 2 positive cases of COVID-19 here in Scottsbluff County is released. Starting at the tip of the iceberg, Governor Pete Ricketts ordered the state's 5th directed health measure for the Panhandle's 11 counties. Nebraskans were supposed to be following said guidelines, but now this DHM imposes enforceable limits on public gatherings to no more than 10 people. Additionally, all Panhandle restaurants and bars must close their dining areas immediately and pivot to takeout, delivery, or curbside service. Schools are now ordered by the state to operate without students in the building. That's a move that ESU 13 has been doing for weeks now. This DHM is now in effect until at least May 11th, and during that time, all Panhandle residents are urged to follow common sense advice: washing your hands often, avoid touching your face, practicing social distancing, keeping more than 6 feet distance from others, and avoid any unnecessary travel. And the Panhandle Public Health District has released more information about Scottsbluff County's first positive case and cannot pinpoint where this male in his 30s contracted the disease, meaning it is community spread. PPHD has released the dates and locations where this person and his close contacts have been over the past few weeks. PPHD Director Kimball was asked late Monday what this means for people who may have been at those locations on the same days and times.
If you have visited one of these places and 14 days have passed, such as the first one, and you don't have any symptoms, you don't need to self-quarantine. If you have visited one of these places and 14 days haven't passed, then we would like to ask that you self-quarantine until the 14 days is up.
If you visited one of these places and you are showing symptoms like fever, sore throat, cough, or shortness of breath, you are asked to call your healthcare provider or Panhandle Public Health. Also, last night, PPHD confirmed that a Kimball County man in his 50s has tested positive for COVID-19. This case is travel related to Colorado, and the person is currently hospitalized. Here is the list of places he and his close contacts have been over the past 3 weeks. And just like the Scottsbluff County case, if you've been to any of these places during the same time frame listed, you're asked to self-quarantine and monitor your symptoms if you're not showing any signs or having the disease. If you are showing symptoms, contact your health provider immediately. And during yesterday's daily media briefing, Governor Ricketts reiterated that these are certainly trying times, but if we all band together and work to slow the spread, we will see this through.
I just want to let everybody know that it has been a trying month through the month of March, and April is likely to be another tough month. As I mentioned last week, as we have our testing capability expand, we should see more folks test positive. Last week, we also experienced the first 2 deaths related to coronavirus here in our state. We can expect April is going to be a tough month, folks. Depending on the models you're looking at, we could see the peak of that here in our state in mid to late April. And so we've got a lot of work getting ready to be prepared for that. It's going to be a tough month. That's why we need, again, every Nebraskan to be participating in our social distancing guidelines. No large groups over 10 people. Make sure you're washing your hands. Stay home when you're sick. These are the sort of things that will help us slow the spread of virus here in our state and make sure we do not overwhelm our healthcare system and make sure that everybody who needs that hospital care will be able to get it. So this is the way we're going to keep Nebraskans, especially our most vulnerable Nebraskans, folks who are older and with an underlying health condition. This is how we're going to keep them healthy and safe. So it's going to be a tough month coming up here, but as RJ said, we're all in this together. We're all going to work together, and that's how we're going to get through this, as Nebraskans together.
We'll have more news right after this.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
This is Karen's land. It's been here a long time, and so is she, along with Mojo. The first fence post went up here. Now there's 5,000 of them. After the storm, she started the cleanup here. This is more than just land, it's home. Karen runs with us on a John Deere 3E Series tractor, because who says a day's work has to take all day? Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 3E Series for more.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, not too bad tonight. We're going to be dealing with clear to partly cloudy skies across the region. Temps pretty comfortable here through the evening hour as winds come down 5 to 10 miles an hour as we go through the evening. So not a bad night to get out for a walk before temps get too cool out there. Winds will go down quickly here this evening if they haven't already in your area. Late day rain coming tomorrow. It will turn to snow overnight, at least mix with, and then turn over to snow. Heaviest snow looks like it's going to be just to our north. We're on the edge of it again, this time not to the south, but to the north of us. 65 was our high temperature after a morning low of 31 yesterday. Nothing in the rain gauge, just a trace actually from a little shower that went through that we had across the region. That was it yesterday. 65 right now in Denver. It's 67 still in Scottsbluff. Upper 60s here in most of the Cornhusker State. Pretty nice day for us. 58 in Cheyenne, 62 in Sydney, 67 in Mullen. It would have been an even better day if it wasn't for those darn winds. They're still in that 15 to 20 mile an hour range. Again, over the next hour, hour and a half, they will come down fairly quickly and get calmer as we go through the evening hours. Certainly not completely calm. Just a few clouds across the region through the overnight hours into the early morning hours tomorrow. Can't rule out a sprinkle. Very little chances of that, though, tonight, I think. Lows in the 30s for us, 42, though, in Valentine. Now, as we get to tomorrow, we're going to start to see the storm system off to our northwest start to move in as we go through the afternoon hours tomorrow. Here comes some of that late-day rain showers in here. Notice it just stays primarily the big piece of moisture off to our north and west as we go through the Wednesday night into early Thursday time frame. Again, we're right on the edge of it, and that's where the colder temps are at. 47 in Lusk tomorrow, but 72 in Ogallala. That's quite a temperature contrast, somewhere in between for everybody. Now, as we look here at a couple of different forecast models, again, depicting the heavier snow off to our north, where over 6 inches of snow is possible. Now, the GFS model doing a little heavier amounts of snow, and I think a lot of this is going to melt, so I don't think we're probably going to see this much snow. Probably going to be towards the lighter amounts, and some of it may only accumulate on the grassy areas here in some of the regions again. So 37 tonight with winds decreasing for tomorrow. Not a bad first half of the day. Not going to be windy tomorrow, though. Increasing clouds, late day showers form, and 10 to 20 mile an hour winds, and highs around 61. Our 7-day forecast, we bring in that snow. Look at Thursday, a high of only 31. Certainly going to be sharply colder out there. Lows down into the teens Thursday night. And then as we go up to Friday in the mid-40s, Saturday in the mid-50s, Sunday in the mid-60s. We keep a jump up there, and the mid-70s on Monday. So we take these little 5 to 10 degree steps every single day as we get into Monday of next week. It looks like springtime right around the corner here. Maybe we can stay consistent with that, although it does look like there could be another little system in for the middle portions of next week.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by
Roosevelt Public Power District, your touch-tone energy partner, the power of human connections.
At TC & More in Scotts Bluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scotts Bluff.
Welcome back. Charges have been dismissed against a Gering man who was charged in the November shooting of his son. Last week in Scottsbluff County District Court, prosecutors dismissed charges of first-degree assault and use of a firearm to commit a felony against 67-year-old Eldon Anthony. Court documents say that Anthony shot his son after he charged towards him, causing Anthony to fear for his life. Scottsbluff County Attorney Dave Eubanks told KNB News that during interviews, the victim and defendant stated that the shooting was an act of self-defense, and in turn, the case could not be successfully prosecuted. Defense attorney Maren Chalupka told KNB News that she appreciates the county attorney's careful review of the evidence in this complex case. Well, the class of 2020 at Western Nebraska Community College will celebrate their commencement ceremony differently this year in light of the virus pandemic. In lieu of a physical ceremony, this class will receive a unique package that includes a graduation tassel, diploma cover, program booklet, alumni pin, and other special gifts to help commemorate their time at WNCC. President Carmen Simone says school officials are disappointed that they cannot celebrate with graduates in person, but still want them to know how happy and excited they are to see all of their hard work come to fruition. Additional ceremonies, such as the traditional nurse pinning ceremony and the adult education graduation ceremony, are being postponed until later this year. Dates have yet to be determined. And Wyoming's governor has extended a 2-week shutdown of schools and businesses to contain the coronavirus. Governor Mark Gordon says the shutdown originally set to end on April 3rd will now extend until April 17th. Last week, Gordon blamed the extension on a surge in people with the illness requiring sustained action. Gordon, in a statement, urges residents to continue staying home except for essential needs and to practice social distancing when they go out. Wyoming has at least 95 confirmed cases of the new virus in 15 of its 23 counties. Health officials assume the actual number of infections is much higher. Well, straight ahead, Shabella Guzman will be in with a check-in on Ag News. She'll have that right after this here on KNEB.TV News.
A guy brought me on a first date to Runza. And I'm like, are you trying to talk to me while I'm eating Runza? No, slow your roll. Don't get in the middle of this.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
This is KNEB TV Ag News from the First National Bank Ag Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Some cool, rainy weather will be moving back into the area tomorrow and Thursday, according to the National Weather Service's Cheyenne, Wyoming. While the rain or snow may be good for preparing the soil for crops, it's not so great for newborn calves. Carla Wilkie, University of Nebraska Cow-Calf Systems and Stocker Manager, says,
when the weather is really wet, then when the calf is born, it's hard for him to get dried off. And it's a little bit like when we have a wet head and walk out in the cold, we're just immediately chilled. And that can happen to our calves as well. And it makes it harder for them to get up and get to the cow and get some colostrum and get going.
Wilkie says keeping an eye on a calf to make sure it's getting up and feeding is important. If the calf isn't getting up, she says to be careful about feeding colostrum right away.
A calf below 94 degrees really shouldn't be we don't want to try to force colostrum into them because that's going to shock the system. And so we do need to have a good thermometer on hand and make sure that they are up and going and that they get that nutrition quickly, preferably from the cow.
Another issue spring moisture brings with it is mud, which can be challenging for newborn calves.
Cleaning pens a little bit or adding some bedding where we have cows that we know are about to calve so that the calf has a drier, warmer place that's maybe a little easier to stand up on can help him get up and going on his own so much faster than a calf that's struggling in cold mud. And once they decide to just quit and lay down, and they just get cold really fast.
Calving is a stressful time for people too, and Wilkie says to make sure you're eating well and taking some time for sleep to stay healthy.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
Now more than ever, you need an affordable unlimited plan that fits your family budget. That's why Viera Wireless is introducing our Better Unlimited plan. It's our best priced unlimited plan ever, starting as low as $30 a month for 4 lines of unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data. Want high-definition video with rollover high-speed hotspot data? Then choose our Best or Ultra Unlimited plans, the best value plans in America for everyone. Viera Wireless. Are you ready for better?
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, teachers at Lincoln Heights Elementary in Scottsbluff are going the extra mile to show their students some extra love. Today they organized a teacher parade and made dozens of signs to put on their vehicles as they drive through students' neighborhoods to give them shout-outs while they continue learning at home. Teacher Amy Lee says today's parade was all about taking the extra time to show all of the students that the teachers love and miss them.
We are still thinking of them and still appreciate all their hard work that they are doing at home, and we want them to we want to show them that we are here for them. All we did was our kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Adams, sent out an email to invite us all, and we, as you see, there's tons of paras, teachers, nurses. We're all here today. I think they're going to have smiles on their faces since they haven't seen us for a couple weeks. I know we are excited right now to see each other, you know, of course 6 feet away from each other, but we are excited to see everybody since we've been cooped up in our homes.
Lincoln Heights has also been doing daily morning meeting videos for students so that daily announcements, birthday shout-outs, and other key facets to their normal routine continue, just in a different platform. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.